All right, here's your daily dose of crypto airdrop alpha. So let's start off with an airdrop claim that is currently live. This one is from BounceBit. So if you were farming this airdrop, you can now go and collect your tokens. You actually don't need to manually claim them. You can check to see your allocation on the portal page right here, but they're going to be dropped into your wallet, and all you need to do to see the balance is to add the new BounceBit chain network to your wallet. So if you click that little button down there, it should pop up and ask you to actually add the network to your wallet, and then you can see your balance. So yeah, if you want to sell the tokens, they're already live and tradable on Binance and Bybit. And also, if you were farming this via Binance's Airdrop platform, then you can get your allocation there as well. If you want to hold on to the BB tokens, you can stake them in the portal here, and you can earn some yield on that as well. And you can also actually stake the Bitcoin if you deposited to farm this natively. All right, another airdrop claim that is currently live is for the Puff token Game 2. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is gonna sound like complete gibberish to you, but if you've been participating in the Puff airdrop campaign and you voted for rank 590 to 619, you get to claim some Puff token rewards, and the actual winning rank was 607. So if you guessed specifically that, then you get to claim even more. Now, I deployed two different strategies with this. In this wallet here, I did a bell curve strategy with the largest deposit going into the initial starting market cap bucket and then spreading out from there. So I actually managed to capture the tail end of this one. And I made these deposits immediately after the game went live. And then with a second wallet, I decided to wait until the very last second and then put all of my money, all of my BMT, into the bucket that it was in at that moment. And with that wallet, I actually did manage to guess correctly. And even though I gave up 50% of the voting power by waiting until the last second, it ended up being actually a better strategy than this bell curve strategy. Anyways, there's gonna be one more game in this series of Puff games before we move on to the next phase. So if you're continuing to follow along, stay tuned for more details. All right, next up, I wanted to quickly talk about staking and delegating your Eigen token. So if you received the Eigenlayer airdrop last week and you're just holding on to those tokens, you actually have the option to stake them and delegate them to a validator. And if you do that, you will earn bonus rewards. So I actually recommend that you do this because the tokens aren't actually live, liquid, and tradable until at the earliest, probably September anyways. So even though there's a 24-day unstake period for Eigen tokens, you can still stake them now. It's only May, and then you can unstake them in August if you want to sell them immediately in September. So if you decide to stake your Eigen tokens, there's actually 3 Ethereum mainnet transactions you need to do. One is to approve the deposit of your tokens. The second is to deposit them into the Eigenlayer staking contract. And then there's a button that you need to click right here. Mine's already green because I've already actually delegated my tokens, but if you haven't, you need to select an operator to delegate your tokens to. Now there's a lot of different choices, and that's what I wanted to briefly talk about today. So I have chosen INF Stones. And the reason I've chosen INF Stones is because they have a point system on where you can earn a share of $1 million. So this is going to be distributed amongst the people that delegate ETH or Eigen tokens to them. And I chose this one because the amount of the giveaway or airdrop, you can call it whatever you want, is actually pretty solid. But if you're looking for other options, you can actually delegate your staked Eigen tokens for points if you prefer that to actually just getting a share of a $1 million prize. So you can delegate to Renzo, you can delegate to Puffer Finance, you can delegate to EigenPi, and probably a couple of other ones too. And each of these are offering points for your staked tokens. And they're offering different amounts of points. So you should go through and decide which one of these you're actually more bullish on. And if you want to exchange sort of a cash reward for points and hope that the points end up being worth more, then that is another option as well. And then finally, there's this kind of relatively unknown option called Eigen Yields, and they are promising an airdrop as well. Now, these guys have actually managed to collect a pretty sizable amount of delegated tokens, over $500 million worth, and they are going to give an airdrop to people that delegate to them. So this is another alternative option. Basically, you have a couple of choices, some of which already have tokens or cash prizes, and some of which are giving the promise of future tokens. All right, another airdrop that is currently live right now is Holograph, or the HLG token. So you can actually go and check your eligibility via this website right here. Now they're distributing 5% of their token supply, and you might have interacted with Holograph if you were farming the Layer 0 airdrop, for example, so you can check your eligibility. But the issue with this is that the claim process is, in my opinion, quite ridiculous. So in order to claim your tokens, if you do qualify, you're going to need to, first of all, KYC an account with Bybit. Then you would need to connect the decentralized wallet address that's eligible to that account, thus linking them with your KYC Bybit account. And then thirdly, you only have a 10-day window in which you can do that. So if you qualified for this token airdrop, you now have 10 days until May 23rd to actually complete this KYC process, and then they will be distributing the tokens after that. So yeah, I will personally be fading this one and just walking away from it. But if you want to go through that whole process, or if you've already got a KYC Bybit account with a wallet linked to it, then I suppose you might as well claim your tokens. All right, next up, if you're farming this Sanctum airdrop, the rewards for Community Quest 2 are currently live, and that is a 2x experience points multiplier on the Bonk Soul LST and the Strong Soul LST. This lasts for 24 hours, so until the 14th of May, tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. So if you're farming Sanctum and you have these LSTs in your wallet, you can now see the 2x multiplier and the points going up significantly faster. I personally had most of my soul in the INF token, and now I've rotated it into both of these. I've kind of split it up evenly to continue maximizing my points boost. And this strategy of following the points boost has me ranking up quite well. I've already moved up a few thousand spots on the leaderboard over the past couple of days simply by taking advantage of these multipliers and using the same amount of soul that I started with. Now there's still time to take advantage of this multiplier if you're watching this before the deadline, and if you want to actually swap into one of these two tokens, you can try the trade tab here, although there have been some issues with liquidity, and so what you can do is try swapping into soul first and then swapping into those two tokens. But you should also compare rates on dexes like Jupiter and go wherever you can actually find the best rate, because you don't want to take a big hit on slippage just to get a points multiplier. All right, next up, speaking of the Solana ecosystem, there's going to be a new vote for the Jupiter LFG Launchpad, and dBridge Finance is on the list. So I will 100% be voting with all of my staked Jupe for dBridge Finance. I want to see these guys drop the token, and this is going to be happening in a couple of days. Now, if you're wondering what the other projects on the list are, we've also got DiviBet and Exchange Art. But honestly, I don't think this is going to be much of a competition. I think dBridge Finance is going to take it in a landslide. All right, next up, I got a little update for you on Linea Park LXP. So I tweeted last week wondering where the LXP is, and Linea actually came out, obviously not in response to my tweet personally, but they did come out and say that they are now actually doing a Sybil hunt as well. So apparently they detected Sybil activity, and they're now going through the proof of humanity attestations to try and weed that out. And so that's why we still don't have LXP from Linea Park and from the other campaign that they had on Intract, as well as a few other ones. So hopefully we see this coming through soon, because it's been a while since we were at Linea Park. So stay tuned for more information on that. Now, next up, there's another Solana project that may be dropping their token this week. So I've seen a bunch of tweets from the Drift team, the Perp Exchange. They released an eligibility checker a couple of weeks ago, and they're hinting that this is going to be the week that the token drops. So we may see Drift this week. All right, next up, if you completed the Scroll Sprint quests on the Layer 3 platform to mint cubes and farm the Scroll airdrop, you can now claim your rewards. So everybody gets 1 cube, $6.28, and 250 experience points if you completed all of the quests in the Scroll Sprint. So definitely go and claim that if you did. All right, next up, if you are looking for a quick 30-day airdrop farm, Infinex just launched their application yesterday, so you can get in on the ground floor. Now, they are calling themselves the UX layer of crypto. Basically, they're trying to abstract away the complexity of dealing with wallets and chains and gas fees. So all you need to do right now, if you want to farm this airdrop, is go to their page, sign up, claim a username, and then if you want to actually farm the airdrop, you can earn GP points by depositing USDC, and the token is going to be launching 1 month from now. Currently, there's less than 4,000, less than 3,500 wallets even that have signed up for this. There's a few pretty significant sized deposits on here, but realistically, if you have a couple of dollars, you'll already be ranking up compared to most people. So I am probably going to put a small amount of money into this just to see where it goes. And I claimed my username before anyone else had a chance to steal it. All right, next up, there's another new Ethereum L2 launching today, or actually yesterday. They are in testnet right now. So if you have little to no capital, you're looking for a new airdrop farm, and you like the Ethereum ecosystem, then this is a solid opportunity for you. It's called the Morph Chain, and once you visit their website, it will prompt you to add the testnet network. Network. Now, they have a points campaign on right now where you earn morph points by completing various tasks in the different seasons. To start this, you have to get some testnet tokens from the faucet. And yeah, the faucet options are right up here. So if you want to get some testnet tokens, just follow this link here and then select one of the faucet options from the list. Now, these guys do have $20 million in funding from some pretty legit players in the space as well. And so, yeah, if you're looking for a new free testnet airdrop opportunity on the ground floor, then you can get in here on day one. And that is it for today's airdrop alpha. Hopefully you found this useful. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.